Alright, today we are going to be doing more goofy activities with the Limitless Mod. Now, basically, the Limitless Mod, once again to cover it, is a mod that makes every 5 out of 5 skill into a 100-point skill. Somehow, if you import it into other mods, it usually works. Like, there are a couple skills that don't seem to want to work inherently, but it usually works, and it also gives you 10 skill points per level instead of just 1, starting at level 1, so you get an extra, like, 50 skill points you wouldn't normally get, basically, at the very start of the game whenever you first hit level 5. And then we're pairing that with the Recoded mod, which is already a pretty chill, pretty easy mod. We are currently playing on Gaige. This is a character who has a really fast-paced melee build, who can basically become immortal to bullets, which is already pretty insane just with that mod by itself. And then also has a pretty good gun build in the middle tree, little bit of some elemental stuff, kind of an infinitely stacking elemental skill over here that shouldn't do that, but it currently does, so we'll take advantage of that. And then a skill tree with an infinite amount of death traps. Literally, you can summon death trap, and then you can see that the cooldown timer is starting. There's a death trap out. If we were to wait out this timer, we can summon another one. There are skills in the skill tree that give stuff like cooldown, a little bit of benefit for the character and for the death traps, and then also a kill skill capstone that on kill gives you another charge of death trap to go ahead and summon another one immediately. You have to get the kill, death trap cannot get it for you, but it is super duper insane. So we are here on a boosted character because we're going to take this against Terra. The weird thing about Recoded is they make the boosted characters level 50. They give them a couple legendaries, and then they also give you access to UVHM start. So you can literally, with a boosted character, skip 2 playthroughs so that you only have to do UVHM if that is your preference. You can also start a normal character like you normally would and progress it as you'd like to. But this is just a nice thing for people who want to have this instead. With that being said, we are going to take this character, gas her up a lot, and then I am going to go ahead and just go fight Terra, I guess, because TVHM story is done. So we're just going to go over to Terra and then just bully him, because, like, kinda why not? Let's see what we got for our skills. Right tree, melee stuff. This is close combat. It's anarchy, but it stacks on melee hits. This will give us more melee damage per stack. Rolling Sentry provides melee damage and movement speed for each stack of our Anarchy, so we could put like a couple points in it. Usually this is a 1-point skill, now it's 100, so already this is insane. 25% movement speed per stack with 100 stack max is way too much movement, so I'll just do that for right now. This gives us reload speed based on the amount of Anarchy stacks we have, so we could just gas this up a little bit as well, hit that up to 10. Give Death Trap a spinning attack that also does slag and explosive. Go ahead and spec into Mind Flayer. This is normally a 5-point skill, but now we can just get, like, how much critical hit damage with this? 2,500%, and that's also independent for melee or gun. I think that they just add together for melees though, so that's super stupid. We can drop our mag size a ton, but also get an insane amount of health regen. We can drop our shield capacity a ton, but get a ton of health, which honestly, at 10% per skill point, I might as well do that because that's funny. That's gotta hurt. This is a delayed melee skill that just deals a bunch of Nova damage to nearby enemies, so let's go ahead and just put a couple points into that. Still have 256 skill points left over. Retaliation. This is the antagonist effect built into Gaige at 10 points, 100% guaranteed chance to reflect enemy bullets, 200% damage reduction on those bullets hit, and then, yeah, it's basically just immortal to bullets now. Also, go ahead and put a point into Aerial Anarchy. I don't think this will do anything with more points, but it does a ton of damage, so kind of why not just do that. And then I'll just keep looking at stuff. We've got a ton of mag size, reload speed, and gun damage right here, so kind of why not do that. We have a slag dot that can reapply itself infinitely right here, so that's a GG item as well. I'm probably not going to give Death Trap any augments because it's just kind of not worth it. And then we can just keep stacking on more stuff. There's so much stuff. Some of this will have to wait until we are into UVHM to just kind of goof around with. Because, like, this is just dumb. There's just so much stuff. A lot of this is just going to feel really strong. It's going to feel really good. It is what it is, basically. Let's go ahead and stack even more health, because kinda why not? We're also wearing an Anshin shield, so that'll make it even more ridiculous. This would make enemies take more damage on kill skill, so that's kind of funny. We only have 2 points left over. Let's go ahead and get instant Death Trap. Also give Death Trap copy of our shield, because why not? There are so many other skills that we could pick. There's Lifesteal over here. There's, like, more fire rate and swap speed when our shield is low. There's a ton of gun damage. That would be an insane amount. Probably should have spec'd that. There's more stuff. There's more gun damage. There's more projectile speed stuff. There's more whatever. Like, there's just a lot of stuff. We will be loading a UVHM character after we fight our TVHM Terra. I'm sure that this will go very, very well. Okay, so initial note, we have how much health? Way too much for a level 50 character. That's cool. Yeah, also our shield appears to just not exist, so that's fine. We'll have to stack up a little bit of our Anarchy before we go over to Terra. Or you know what, I could probably just walk up to Terra and be totally fine. So let's just go do that, see how it goes. Okay, so if we score crits, we probably just instantly win, right? There are also a couple weapons we could have gone and gotten to make this even more absurd. But, like, you spawn with multiple legendaries, and I'm sure that we just deal enough damage that it's gonna be fine. Summon a DT. Build up a couple stacks while we're fighting here. What if I just shoot the boss, actually? Also, this is a really cool item. Just gonna put that out there, too. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, let's just go ahead and load up a level 80 OP10 character. Let's go ahead and just gas it up a lot, and then just kind of go farm, because why not? Okay, I'm going to put more equipment on this character, but for right now, we have an Aftershock rocket launcher. This is one of the highest damage rocket launchers in the mod, and we can go ahead and pair that with Necrotic Touch. Dealing damage to an enemy has a small chance to slag them. The slag dot that this applies is 2/3 of whatever damage is hit. So if we just, you know, overly stack the amount of gun damage, hold on, let me just go ahead and do that again. There we go, 1000% gun damage. We'll have to look out for large caliber because the mag size down. No, we're fine. Okay, that keeps it totally fine. Go ahead and increase our status effect chance and damage by a ton here. There we go. Make this 100% chance to apply slag on shots fired. Go ahead and buff this kill skill that also increases status effect damage and explosive damage by a ton. Might as well give Death Trap make it sparkle, because kinda why not? And then let's see if we can stack some more damage on here. I think the answer is yes, but let me just go ahead and see. That would be more fire rate and swap. We really don't need fire rate. There's a lot more gun damage right here. That's 2000%. That's cool. Kill skill that makes enemies take more damage. Sure, why not? Let's just also throw that on top. And there we go. Explosive clap because sure. Sharing is caring because sure, why not? And then, like, there's DR and lifesteal over here on a kill skill. We'll put 5 points in that because that'll be way too much already. Go ahead and get our Anarchy skill. Go ahead and put a couple points into Rolling Sentry. Extreme Circumstance gives us DR for each stack of Anarchy. The Spinny Attack for DTs. Get a little bit of some crit going. And then I might just skip these for right now. We'll get a couple points into that Nova skill. We'll put some points into Retaliation to become invulnerable. Get with Claws. And then, for Science, we'll put some points into that. And then there we go. That is our entire skill tree fleshed out. Lots of damage, lots of dot, lots of probably deleting dudes in one shot before I even get to try applying a dot to them. Let's go back to Terra, see how he likes it first. Yeah, that seems about right. Okay. Yeah, that checks out. Okay, so I don't know if we're gonna get the chance to even apply a dot to Terra. We might just dunk on him a little too hard. And shoot. Oh, no, he actually didn't care about that too much. Alright, well, let's shoot a couple more. Okay. Smack the enemy a little bit to keep our life up. Hang around to get some kill skills off of tentacles, and then shoot boss, and then probably watch that work a lot better. There we go. Okay. Well, that works, I guess. Alright, that's cool. 358 billion damage. That's a little above visual damage cap. I don't even know why that worked like that. I'll be so honest with you. Oh, you know what it is? We triggered the kill skill off of that tentacle, which reduced Terra's resistance by 1,000%, which means that we did 1,000% more damage, probably. Well, hold on. Yeah, that thing has a really large radius. And then, yeah, any damage dealt at that point is 1,000% better. So, like, yeah, that's just gonna do a lot of damage, huh? 19 trillion. Sure. Alright, let's go to other dudes. Oh yeah, we can also get class mods that will just further make us more stupid. So even more gun damage, even more lifesteal and DR on kill skill, more damage resistance and movement speed based on our health, and then retaliation for even more deflect chance and damage reduction and deflected bullet damage. Well, now I want to go... Well, I mean, first, let's go fight Hatterax, because that should be funny. But then after that, I'd just go bully dudes, I guess. Try a reflect kill out. It also helps that we have a kill skill that increases our explosive damage by 2,000%. So not only were we taking... Well, we were dealing 1,000 times more damage. We were also just, like, further dunking. Let's kill Hatterax with melee. Here, let me go ahead and slag boss, just because why not? Alright, we have kill skill. Come here. That's... Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. I don't know. That's not even our best melee damage either, is the most terrifying part. There's a weapon in this mod that shoots banded technical saw blades that deal even more melee. So we could be running that. There's no point. Like, literally, this is too much already. But, like, we could be doing more. I could have a melee shield on. I know it doesn't seem to make sense, but we're going to use the punchy, because in this mod, it is Vexation. And it constantly drains its own shield, so that you can just have your melee damage buff at all times. So it's basically just Love Thumper without the Nova, but with more damage. Yep, that is a damage cap dot. Let's go ahead and test our Reflect potential against Incinerator. He's going to be like the easiest boss to do this on in this mod. I've applied an infinite dot to him. It's okay, he's wiping it. kind of just waiting for any enemy to get close enough to just... Well, okay. And now I've dotted out most of the dragons. And then let's just kind of... Okay. So, maybe the reflect is not super duper casual, but like, it's a guaranteed reflect at the same time. So it doesn't really seem to matter too much. That's cool. Sure. Okay, so for Vora, we're gonna go ahead and do a death trap kill. So we're just gonna run through parts of this map. We'll just dunk on some dudes, we'll spawn some more dudes, and then we'll just watch them fight the boss. I will say, this character is really fun to play. You just stack up really well. You can just instantly summon death traps because it cancels out the melee animation. So you can just roll pretty much as fast as you want. And then you do have a ton of movement speed, even just in the base version of the mod, without needing like multiple points into that extra skill that I have because of the Limitless mod that we have. And you can kind of just do this and just get dudes. It's super cool. Okay, so we've got a lot of dudes. Seems pretty good. We're going to probably lose our kill skill, which honestly, I think I want to lose it, so let me just speed up time here. Kill skill duration is enhanced and recoded, so it does take a little bit longer, and that is convenient because, you know, you kind of want to have them. Bully 'em. Yeah, that seems about right. I was honestly hoping for more. Hold on. Does spawn multiplier work? Wait a minute. I don't think this will work because of the way that Seraph bosses spawn. It does not. Okay. Hey, we get multiple chiefs, though. That's kind of funny. Okay. I mean, they're not outright just winning this time. So that's kind of cool. Well, okay, until one of them figures out what he's doing. Okay, let's just get rid of the chiefs. Go get them, boys. There we go. Okay, so yeah, the difference between the basic melee and the spinning attack seems to be pretty noteworthy. Kind of makes sense, kind of checks out. I bet I can do a one-shot crit on, like, every boss in this mod. I mean, maybe not with these tools, but, like, with something we probably could. You know what? Random green sniper rifle. Hold on, let me tune it up a little bit. Alright, say hello to the raid boss killer. 180% crit, green rarity sniper rifle. I mean, of course, with kill skills, yeah, this will work. But I want to try it without kill skills to see if that'll also do anything. I assume it will. Like, we have so much crit that there's just no way it doesn't, right? So, yeah, let's go find a dude. I have spawn multiplier on still. Yep, that's 25 times beat down on accident. Hold on. Okay. I mean, it is just fun to do the melee on this character. The melee feels so good. Okay, we've got Death Trap up top, farming kill skills for us. I guess I can't really crit him unless his faceplate is gone. I can sure dot him out, though. That's cool. Well, we were also curious about how much damage we could do in a single shot. So, hold on, let me make this Maybe I don't need to make it slag. I don't think that slag will really help too much with that. Could try to use the swarm, though. I think the corrosive should make the enemy weaker. There we go. And there we go. That was way less damage than I thought it would be. Alright, once more. Now that has to have been it. Come on. That's a big hit. It was not a big hit. It was somehow not a big hit. Okay, that one was a crit. With kill skills active. It's just around 1 trillion damage. Hold on, there's one class mod that we really need to test. Please. It's real. Okay, cool. So, this class mod, Princess of Darkness. It is a kind of just a melee class mod. It also gives plus to close combat, which means we can get more stacks of close combat now. Oh, that's terrifying. It also gives extra melee damage, max health, fire rate, swap, and DR and lifesteal and stuff, and extra crit. But like, the close combat stacks, this is it. This is the thing we want. Now we just need a couple more toys, and then we're golden. Alright. From Torg DLC vendor, Shaped Glass. At max grade, 469% more melee damage. Sure, it'll drop our health a little bit, but like that's the price you pay for damage. Okay, so the fillet in this mod is a pistol that deals, well, you can't shoot it, it has 0 mag, but it deals 500% melee damage. So we need this boy right here, and we need one more item from the dust. Alright, say hello to the kneecapper, which we definitely did not struggle to force into working, because the drop location for it changed, and I don't know where it went. So I've just gone ahead and spawned one in. This thing deals melee damage, all of those saw blades. So now we get to pair that with the fact that we have an insane amount of anarchy stacks and just, you know, go dunk on dudes, because why not? So this is how we stack. Cool. So we have our anarchy stacked up. Now we just shoot one of these. And then we just melee. Okay, so pre-kill skills. We are looking at still like 3 trill. But yeah, if we go over and get some kill skills, I'm sure this will get kinda silly. Hello again, giant worm. I am once again back to deal damage for no reason. Okay, so melee dude. Shoot thing, swap, melee. That doesn't look big. There's no way this is a big number. Yeah, we're floating around the 3 trillion mark again. That's really weird. I don't understand how or what we've done, but we have done something to cause this to be like this. It is funny to be able to just one-shot a raid boss, though, I guess. Because, like, yeah, that's just one-shots the raid boss. Not much else to do with that, though. Does a basic slap do that, too, now? Wait, was that better? Oh my goodness, it was better. Okay, it was actually a little bit better. Wait, we need a kill skill and we need to do a basic melee then. Okay. Okay. We'll get rid of that. And somehow hit for less that time. Wait, hold on. Well, maybe not less. Hold on. That one was definitely less. And I think this one is going to be the same. Yep, 37 trillion. I don't know. If I could land a crit, that would be really, really good for this, honestly. What if I... Hold on. Freeze the world. Slow down time. Get up into the boss's eyeball. Surely, with all of this elaborate futzing, that's a crit to the eye. It's less. It's less. Okay. Well, you know, sure. We were never meant to fly too close to the sun anyway. I think we've already flown too close to the sun, let's be honest. 37 trillion is really, really high. Literally, we'll just one-shot anything, even in this mod. Let's just go punch out the last couple dudes. Hello, sir. How are you? Goodbye, sir. Hello, sir. Killed him twice. I don't think I have spawn multiplier on, do I? No, that was just... What? Yes, you did. Okay. Well, there you go. Well, shoot a kneecapper. Press the melee key. Yep. That is a theoretically dead boss. Outside of the fact that he has immunity phases, so... Cool. We'll go ahead and claim that as a win, in my book, at least. Okay, yeah, let's go put some health on Gaige. See what we can get up to. I know that I'm probably going to miss a relic or something that Recoded has that provides more health than normal. But, like, it'll be fine. Whatever we get will probably be pretty insane, regardless of what we do. Okay. So, if we have on a health shield, it's a positive number. If we have on... That's... Do I just die instantly? Surely, right? That just kills you? Hold on. Either we have minus health, so one shot should kill us, or we have invincible health because we've overflowed. I believe we have overflowed. Also, as an interesting side effect of this, having minus 1000% mag size, seemingly any weapon with below 20 mag has no bullets. Because this has 21, and it has 1 bullet in it. This has 10, it's nothing. 90 has 8. So, yeah, we become infinitely thick, but we lose our damage and mag size stuff, basically. Well, there you go. You can now overflow the game if you want to do that. If you throw on a health shield, somehow it makes it... Is that more broken? Because we're not taking damage still, so I'm assuming it's more broken somehow. That's cool. We love that. Sure. Well, there we go. Yeah, there's not really much else to add to this. Just, you can do this if you want to, I guess. Limitless is a fun mod to goof around with other mods. We will surely be pairing this with other Recoded characters as well. I'm just going to do it to pretty much everything before BL4 comes out, I'm going to be so honest with you. And then when BL4 comes out, it's BL4 time. So until then, we're going to do this at least a couple more times and maybe do another Recoded playthrough on a normal character. So yeah. I'll do it for this one.